particular.
Correct.
And you remain with how much?
108 and 4.
No. It is 104. If they take 45, because they are taking 10 from the other side. If they take, you remain with 59. You want a home? Isn't that enough for a home?
What about my cows?
Because, but they have already bought for the last.
Have to have.
Yeah, Mr. Nzeyi.
You see,
because
you see, what I saw really.
Now
is documented.
We are looking at a solution away from the history.
But what I saw, the Honorable Chairman.
Yes.
What I saw is documented, right? What I did not say is also known.
Now we are here.
And even in the agreement, there is nowhere really it states that I sold it, including my home. Because my home, you cannot buy it for 24 million.
Mr. Nzeyi, where we are, we don't want them to take your house.
Yes.
You have a house, you have a farm. There is also free land. It is covered in 104 acres. If they take 10 from the other plot, which we don't object to, since they did the assessments, the remaining amount demanded from you is 45. Now, out of this 104, why don't you concede they take their 45? The matter is sorted as soon as tomorrow.
Honorable Chair, when I sold the over 400 acres, I needed to remain with some land so that I can breathe on my home. I cannot just sit on a country home with 10 acres, 12 acres. It doesn't make sense. I would rather quit and leave completely.
So what are you offering? What are you offering? What are you offering the fund? You are protected. What are you offering the fund now?
I'm offering the fund what they have requested me to offer. They said the 10 acres, we liked it, give it to us. I have agreed that I will sign, I will transfer the 10 acres to the fund.
Now the remaining.
Then the 45, I said, value it at current price. I'm not saying that I return your money, no. Current price, you get a government valuer, you get even another independent, I also have mine. Then we will meet at a figure which I will pay.
But is it working out for NSSF?
I mean that he also referred to his lawyer. Let's also hear his lawyer.
Okay, you go.
Let's accord him chance to talk.
Mr. Chairman, you had an engagement in Parliament, and your resolution was the parties go and sit down with Mr. Nzeyi and come back to you and notify you on the consent they have come up with. So today we had an engagement with NSSF. And Mr. Nzeyi is saying, I'm ready to give you the 10 acres which you agreed on to. The 45, because it has my farm and my farmhouse, let me retain it. Just 1 second. Can I seek protection, Mr. Chairman?
Allow him to submit.
The 45 we've agreed to take the current market value. You paid us 24 million shillings. If the current market value is 800 million, 100 million shillings, we shall pay that. And lastly, as I conclude, someone cannot offer, you see, NSSF is saying that the 45 are in a wetland. When you go to buy meat, my dear, you won't tell the butcherman, don't give me the bones or don't give me the fat. The land is still there. So my point is this. So honorable members, please, we are ready to give him what we've opted for.
Okay.
Order, Chair, order.
You know, we must also give the witness
Chair, order.
Protection so that he speaks on record. Now, before I get from you, let me first get from the buyer, let me first get from NSSF. Yeah. Then we engage the purchaser and the registered proprietor.
Hearing the members speak, I think the memorandum of understanding had a request from Mr. Nzeyi to keep 104 acres, which included where his house is. By the time the arbitration came, that number 104 had come down to 55. So it is not that he's sitting on 104, therefore he needs to surrender 45. No, he's sitting on 45, which came out of the arbitral award. 55. Yeah, 55, yes. That's 55. No, that's what I said.
Well, just see for clarity. You see, I will stand up a little. Mr. Chairman, and with your indulgence, our questions have not come out, but the issue of a sale agreement can solve it.
It appears that Mr. Amos Nzeyi sold the land to NSSF. And then in between there, Mr. Amos Nzeyi changed his mind. And then he said, now I want to retain this piece of land. The clarity I want to get from the NSSF, one, why didn't they possess the land? Then two, what is it that is pushing them to enter into memorandums of understanding to take back the land that was sold to them? Before 18 years ago, I really want to understand that before I make meaningful submission to this,
Mr. Chairman.
this committee.
Yes, procedure.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the MD is contradicting with his earlier statement. With the powers of you, Chair, can he be on oath such that we can ascertain his statement? Because last time the statement he gave us is not the one that he's giving us right now. Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Chairman, you see the challenge we have. Mr. Chairman, just 1 minute.
Clarification, Honorable Chair.
Let me guide on this procedure.
Witnesses time to submit.
Maybe let me give
Because the MD was coming very well.
let me
actually.
give guidance on this. I haven't captured the MD fully. Let me receive this. I put him. I capture him well. Then I can make an appropriate ruling on that.
Clarification.
Honorable Naki.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for me, there's one thing I want to understand from Nzeyi, Amos Nzeyi. You sold 464 acres, but you needed to remain with the 55. What made you sell 464? Why did you sell 409 directly instead of selling 464? Then again you claim 55. Why did you just sell directly 409? What was the intention?
No, you'll answer to once.
Because he had 570.
Yes, Honorable at the extreme corner.
Too much, Chair. I am just trying to seek clarification. In the original statements, it was, from what I heard, it was meant to be 104 acres that Amos Nzeyi is holding on to. But there was a statement that came and said it's later on found to be 55. It makes me ask questions. Does NSSF exactly know what they bought? It could even be that the 400 and something acres of land is air. We need some clarification there. Thank you.
Maybe MD.
Yes.
On plot 12. Plot 12 is of what size?
Isaac, you have the number?
Who is the one in charge?
Isaac.
Isaac, come on record. Now, plot 12. What is the size of plot 12?
Honorable Chair, according to the sale agreement, we have 165 acres.
On possession or use, and how much is in possession of Amos Nzeyi?
Honorable Chair, when you look at the memorandum of understanding, 165 acres in the sales agreement. And now we asked about possession. I'm now coming.
I want now physical possession.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So physical possession, then we go to the memorandum.
No, don't confuse the documents. As of now, how much of this plot are you utilizing, and how much is in the hands of Nzeyi?
So when you subtract your 55 from 165, that comes to about 110. Yes.
So you are saying the remaining land in the possession of Amos Nzeyi is 110.
No. It's 55.
Is 50?
55 acres.
So you took off the 110.
Yes.
So So the discussion we are having is on the remaining 55.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Chair, that's the discussion.
Honorable, does it sort the guidance you sought?
Kind of sorts, but then he's going forward to ask for an explanation using the MOU. But the facts I wanted was the sale agreement, what was sold.
So let me capture. So Mr. Amos, the land you are using and you are currently occupying in acreage.
I think I would be
Approximately.
wrong if I did not refer to the documents. Because most of the time, actually, my son has been dealing with this. He's the one who has been going to NSSF. But of late, he has said, Daddy, get me out of this thing. I'm still young. Temangalo saga, if I go to these MPs, they are going to tear me in 2 pieces, and I still have a name too. For you can manage to. But then I said, okay, okay, I forgive you, stay home. So I can go back and consult. But what I know, wherever I have my cows, wherever the house is what I kept. And at the same time, I would like really honorable members through the chair. I think here there is a lack of scrutinizing the agreement and the MOU. Because we are talking, but we don't know how the MOU came about, even how the agreement was drawn, even how the arbitration. I cannot tell you, Madam Honorable, off the cuff. I'm not a magician, I'm just a human being like.
Anyway, let's avoid the callers' questions. You finish?
Yes. So me, I would say, if you are not comfortable with the ruling of arbitrators, if you are not, maybe you have not studied the agreement that was signed between NSSF and myself, which was a willing buyer, a willing seller. I did not force them to buy. They came and visited the land, and they liked it, and that's how we came to a sale agreement, executing the sale agreement. Now, I think now I would say, really, I have been in business for many years. Matters like this has to be properly analyzed and studied. You have to study the agreement. Maybe from this committee, you have got some lawyers. Assign them to read these agreements and a memorandum of understanding. Chair, the other thing which would actually be better to solve this, the courts of laws, if you go to court, they will interpret all these matters easily.
Maybe Mr. Amos.
I would suggest that you let this matter go to court, and they rule according to the law.
Maybe Mr. Amos, why we invited you, we transact as a high court. However, we are looking at a possibility of assisting the parties to solve this impasse because it appears in the audit report. And in the circumstances, we received on record.
NSSF sat under the chairmanship of Sekono, a very high reputable person, PS, Permanent Secretary, including late Kasami, may his soul rest in peace. And they went through this matter. I attended the meeting. We ironed out all these matters. And in the end, the chairman of NSSF, then Sekono, wrote to the Minister of Finance. At the time, it was Maria Chiwanuka, that we have resolved all this Temangalo matter. We are now seeking your consent. Was it consent? What was it? I think I read it somewhere. Objection. No objection. Maria Chiwanuka replied that, this matter, I cannot give an objection because it is political. That was her answer, that it was political. And again, it has continued to be political. So my actually advice would be to send this matter to court of laws. Let them analyze the, and make a clear judgment so that we all part happily.
Now, before I open up here again, the head legal NSSF, where are you? How far have you moved with this matter now that Nzeyi is here? Let her first answer.
We briefed our board, first of all, about the developments here in the committee and the guidance given, and also mentioned the proposals that had been tabled by Mr. Kabatsi on behalf of his clients. And the board took note of that update and gave guidance that in the event we are unable to recover the land as desired by the fund. Chair, you recall the criteria we mentioned. The option of having the vendor buy back the land, but at the prevailing market price, was amenable to the fund. And based on that, we have had an engagement with Mr. Kabatsi first, and then now with Mr. Nzeyi today, where they reiterated that offer. Now they will be buying back the land, and the land would have to be bought at the prevailing market price, which would be subject to valuations, as we mentioned. So there is an agreement in principle subject to the required statutory approvals, which include the board endorsement. We would have to go to the minister. We'll have to follow the PPDA process because it will be a disposal. And it is understood by now there will be purchaser if this position is endorsed.
45
so that
acres.
is of the 45 acres. Then for the 10, because the 10 had already been mutually agreed upon, he is willing to transfer that into the fund's land. Chair, in the spirit of resolving this long outstanding dispute, we believe it's a fairly reasonable option to pursue, subject to all the approvals that we must get. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Nzeyi, do you still record? No, beyond record.
Okay. Yes, I do, Chair, because I signed already.
You signed what?
The consent from them.
You had a
Chair,
consent?
correction,
Yes.
with their terms of reference.
They told me that this consent came through your request, that they meet with me.
No, we made a proposal, but we may need to look at, we did not instruct, but we gave guidance. Let's have a copy on the record. So you have a working document.
Actually, my solicitor is correcting me.
Yeah.
That is a settlement.
Let him be on record so that he clears you well. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, the document that my client is referring to are the terms.
Read from the document.
The terms of settlement for the land swap between the National Social Security Fund and Dr. Amos Nzeyi in respect of land at Temangalo, Wakiso District, as tabled to you, Chair.
So I can, who are the signatories?
The MD, myself.
Beyond record. Read the names which are there. I'll let him read.
Patrick M. Ayota.
Yes.
Agnes Tiwaita. Shereza.
Read the titles also.
Managing Director and Corporation Secretary.
Yes.
Amos Nzeyi, Dr. Amos Nzeyi. Mr. Peter Kabatsi, Counsel. Peter Kabatsi for Dr. Amos Nzeyi.
Colleagues, I've received this copy from the legal, what's your title? Corporation Secretary. I think I need to read it as it is. Terms of settlement for land swap between National Social Security